Today, we will delve into a poignant narrative, the story of the death of King Saul. This account not only transports us to a distant time but also imparts timeless lessons about choices, responsibility, and the consequences of our actions. The day King Saul died was more than a historical event, it was a crucial moment laden with tragedy and reflection. When sad things happen around us, we often seek external explanations, blame others, or point to events that triggered adversity. However, Saul's story reminds us that, in many cases, we are the architects of our own unhappiness. Saul, a man chosen by God to be the first king of Israel, found himself trapped in a cycle of guilt, accusations, and disobedience. His journey, narrated in the books of 1 and 2 Chronicles, unveils the ramifications of his choices and how he lost the divine blessings that initially accompanied him. The Philistines, ancient adversaries of Israel, played a crucial role in the tragedy unfolding on Mount Gilboa. This nation, known for its advanced military technology, became a formidable obstacle due to its superior weaponry. The battle resulted in the death of Saul and his sons, a painful outcome that echoes throughout the biblical narrative. According to the biblical narrative, 3 major errors can be mentioned regarding King Saul. Firstly, King Saul attempted to usurp the priestly office. Before the battle against the Philistines, Saul showed impatience and offered a sacrifice in Gilgal. When Samuel approached him, King Saul heard the first prophecy that he had been rejected by God as king, and the Lord was already providing a man after his own heart, 1 Samuel 13 verses 7-14. Secondly, King Saul disobeyed the Lord once again when he disregarded the divine order to destroy all the Amalekites. Saul chose to spare King Agag and the best of the animals from that conquered people. On that occasion, once again, King Saul heard God's reprimand and disapproval through the prophet Samuel. It was in this episode that Samuel uttered the well-known words, "Behold, to obey is better than sacrifice," 1 Samuel 15 verses 22-23. The fact that King Saul spared the Amalekite king, contrary to God's order, contrasts with the incident where he would execute his own son, Jonathan, when the young man inadvertently disobeyed his command. After this Amalekite incident, Samuel completely withdrew from Saul. Shortly afterward, the prophet anointed David as Saul's successor to the throne of Israel, fulfilling the Lord's command. Thirdly, King Saul confirmed his terrible sinful condition when he sought the help of a witch in Endor, asking her to bring the spirit of Samuel from the dead. He was desperate and sought some message of hope before his battle. What really happened on that occasion is much debated among scholars. Nevertheless, Saul had to hear for the 3rd time that his reign had come to an end, that his death was imminent, and that by that time, David was already his official successor, 1 Samuel 28 verse 19. The tragedy culminates in the battle on Mount Gilboa, where Saul, wounded by the Philistines, chooses to take his own life. His despair and estrangement from God led to a tragic death not only for him but also for his sons and the entire kingdom of Israel. As we look at Saul's story, we are challenged to reflect on our own choices and attitudes. We can learn from the fall of this king and humbly seek divine guidance instead of relying on our limited wisdom. Obedience to God's word and a constant pursuit of his path are crucial to avoiding the cycles of self-destruction in which we can become entangled. Saul's story is not just a biblical account but a narrative that resonates in our daily lives. As we contemplate this story, may we find inspiration to seek God's will, recognizing that, in our choices, we shape not only our destiny but also the impact we will have on those around us. In concluding our reflection on the death of King Saul, we are challenged to consider how our choices shape our destiny. May we, as individuals and communities, humbly seek divine guidance, acknowledging that, amid the complexities of life, obedience to God's will is the solid foundation that sustains us and leads us to a full and meaningful life.